What is good? Diamond Dynasty, baby. Y'all already know what's going on in this video today. Today, man, as you guys can tell by the title of the video, what we're gonna be getting into. Alright, so we heard Tay's side. Now it's time for us to hear what Lou has to say about the situation. Okay, so I don't know, man. I've been hearing different things from y'all in the DMs, so we gonna see exactly what's going on. She also posted a receipts video, and a lot of you guys are telling me that receipts video is better than this video right here. Okay, so I don't know. I know that she had like some editing problems or whatever the case was, so we gonna do our best. And yeah, let's see what's going on, man. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Tell the Angel Mama, tell the Uncle Joey, Stella Ho. Let's get right into the video, man. Let's get it.
Firstly, I'd like to extend an apology to all of TTG for having to be here in this capacity.
That sounds like a record label, TTG. What was B2K, TUG?
TTG for all of the drama. Pardon me. To all of anybody, even if you're not TTG, if you were affected by this situation.
Yeah.
It is very unfortunate that I am here like this.
It is unfortunate.
I never in my wildest dreams thought I would be here like
this. It's an unfortunate situation in general, y'all. Fuck, almost choked. It's an unfortunate situation, man. Like, I just remember seeing this lovely couple, right? Eating fucking seafood, popping crab leg juice all over the fucking place, right? It just looked like a merry, hunky-dory ass time. And now, this is what we have, y'all. Shit crazy.
Yes, however, I'm not going to drag on because I have a lot to say.
But I will also say, I always say this, man. You never know what niggas is going through behind the scenes, and no relationship is perfect, right? So, who the fuck is going to put the bad moments on camera? Let's be honest, right? So you start to glorify and put these couples on a pedestal talking about some fucking relationship and couple goals. No, nigga. No. That's like saying that there's a human goal, like a person goal, like, oh, Nicki Minaj or whatever. But Nicki Minaj got shit that she goes, through in her everyday life too. So we glorify and glamorize all of these relationships and people in general, right? Celebrities, influencers, creators, right? We put them on a pedestal and we glorify them. And then when they show their humanness, they come off of that pedestal. But you should have never put them up there anyway, right? But I understand why people do, because like I said, you only see the good things. And then when everything goes to shit and certain stuff comes to the light, it's like, fuck, goddamn, we didn't know. But hello, if you know that your life isn't perfect, you know that everybody else goes through shit too. But anyway.
I apologize about all of this drama.
45 minutes though, goddamn.
I am here because my hand has been forced. I am here to defend myself and to defend myself only. I am not here to do anything other than defend the narrative that has been put out about me.
Yeah.
This is not my style. I would have chosen not to have done this. I was moving on quite lovely. I thought things were good, but I guess that is not the case, and that is fine because
it's tough.
Now I get an opportunity to tell my truth.
All right, let's do it.
Here we are. I'm not going to hold you up because I have a lot to say, and I do have receipts. And I think that word is so corny. Receipts. I have receipts. I have receipts. But that's what y'all want to call it. I
receipts,
have these
right.
Receipts. And I will be
proof, evidence, whatever, right? DNA.
putting these in the end of this video. And the reason why I will be putting that at the end of this video is because in order for you guys to understand my receipts, or even to understand what you guys saw that was posted of me, you must understand everything from the beginning.
All right.
And one thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to sit here and give you guys detail from detail to detail to detail of my 6-year relationship with this woman. I think I've given you guys enough of that. Very much so. However, I can try to shed some light on the nature of our relationship, on the nature of what it was, because it was completely what you guys it was not what you guys thought it was. So I'm going to jump right into
Clearly.
I went on a first date with Tay. The first date was absolutely lovely.
Okay.
We both really, really liked each other.
Okay.
After we separated from the date, she called me, I called her, whoever did what. We decided, hey, we want to see each other again. She invited me to come see her again. This time it was at her house. The first place was at a restaurant. This time it was at a house. Is this recording? Just making sure.
Right. You gotta make sure.
So,
Bruh,
of course, I can't
be heartbroken when you see you ain't even record the shit, man. Bro.
I believe it was the very next day, but it could have been 2 days later. However, It was either 1 or 2 days later. I come to Tay's house. I enter her house. And when I tell you guys, I kid you not, I never left that house again without her. And what I'm saying right now would make sense. Just give me a moment. I moved in on the spot. Now, granted, when I came in right there...
On the spot? Okay. Red flag. Red fucking flag on both parties' behalves, right? Why the fuck are we already moving in? This is another thing, man. You have to properly vet a person before allowing them, first of all, into your reality like that. Second of all, allowing them to have a spot in your life as on a permanent, consistent basis. You have to vet them on moving in. Like, there's a whole process that should go into moving in with a bitch, right? Whole process. I don't know why we just gotta be U-Haul lesbians, bruh, and we just have to move at the speed of fucking light. We can't wait to get up under our bitch, bruh. Not me, but I know a lot of us. Shout out to my LGBTQ LMNOP, what? Elemental P QRSTUV family out there, man. Specifically us lesbians, right? 2 women, 2 emotional creatures, 2 bitches who want to be up under each other, right? Majority of the time. And motherfuckers be moving at the speed of light to be up under a bitch all day, every day. Does that not sound itchy to you? Like, I'm itching already thinking about it, bro. I'm fucking itching. My ass is itching right now, bro. But I'm not going to scratch it because I'm fucking eating. Okay, that's disgusting. But guys, we have to slow the fuck down. All of my lesbians out there, bisexuals, whatever. If you're a woman who dates women, you got to fucking pump your brakes, bro. All right? You got to pump your fucking brakes. Where are we going so fast? And why do we have to go so fast? Where are we going? Right? So first red flag. Anyway.
I wasn't coming in to move in. However, what happened was I came in that night. I never left. We pretty much did the grown up for a month straight. For a month straight. We were completely obsessed with each other.
She said did the grown up.
We weren't eating. We weren't doing anything. I've said this before on this on the THEDIAMONDLIFE YouTube channel. You guys know the drill. We were completely entwined with each other for a month straight. Not giving ourselves a chance to see each other or to get to know each other or anything like that. It was completely sexual and infatuation.
Yeah.
For a month straight.
Nothing but emotions.
Finally, I look up.
Uh-huh.
A month later. I realize, okay, I'm kind of slacking. I may have looked up a little bit earlier than a month, but I realized I'm kind of slacking because, you guys, I came to her with a job. I was an atmosphere model.
Okay,
so,
what is that?
At that time. So, my job was to go to clubs, make the club look fun, and my housing was secured. But remind you guys, I started staying with Tay. I never left. I literally never left. I came with the clothes on my back and the gifts that I bared for her household. That's all I came with. So, I finally was like, you know what?
The gifts that I bared for her.
I need to go to work. I'm going to lose my housing. I know I'm liking you a lot, but I have to go to work. She expressed to me, I don't want you to leave. And I will not lie. I won't sit here and lie. I expressed to her, I don't want to leave. We did not want to separate. So what did I do? I brought her to work with me.
What the fuck? All right, man. So this whole relationship just starting off screams attachment, right? And I think a lot of us get attachment and love confused, right? And a lot of what we're seeing now that's happening with them is a result of attachment. Started off toxic as fuck, y'all. It's no wonder that we're at the place that we're at right now. But anyway.
Come on, Slugger. Brought her to work with me.
Come on, Slugger.
2 times. After the second time of her coming to work with me, she expressed to me, Lou, I don't want you working there no more. It's too late. It's a whole bunch of drama. And you're here with me every day anyway. We might as well go get all of your stuff from Harlem and you just bring it in here.
This is a lie.
Anyway. You guys, she didn't...
This is way too much too soon, y'all.
Have to convince me much. I wanted to be with her. I was blindly trusting her. Blindly trusting that she was going to be a good person. Be a good person. That's what I was blindly trusting, that she can be a damn good person. Wow, what a shit show. Anyway.
What a shit show for sure.
That this girl can be a good person. So I agreed to it. That was my fault. I should have given myself more respect. I should have gone back to my apartment. Listen, all of this I've gone through already, and it really irritates me that I gotta even, anywho, moved in with her.
Yeah.
The moment I moved in with her completely,
Uh-huh.
and by this time all of the sexual activity had slowed down a little bit. It was still going, but it slowed down a little bit, so now we can see each other.
Uh-huh.
This is when I started to see who she really was.
Uh-oh.
So very soon she started to show her true colors to me. This is when the alienation started. This is when the control started. This is when the pettiness started. This is when the temper showed. And this is when the fighting started. Most importantly, this is when the fighting started, you guys. Like I told you, we started fighting, if I didn't say that already, we started fighting within a month of our relationship. Our first fight...
That's another red flag. It's too fucking early to be fighting each other. And 1 month into the shit. Way too early, y'all. Another red flag.
Honestly set the tone for our relationship. And after that first fight, we were fighting, if not every day, every other day.
What?
And you guys, this apartment, she shared it with 2 of her exes. Oh. I was there with 2 of her exes. What? I found this out late. However, we were fighting. These women bear witness to these fights. A lot of...
Wait. Tay, what the fuck, bro? You had a whole triangular situation going on? You had 2 bitches living with you, and then Lou moved in too? Let me make sure that I heard that correctly. Hold on, y'all.
We were fighting, if not every day, every other day. And you guys, this apartment, she shared it with 2 of her exes. I was there with 2 of her exes. I found this out late. However, we were fighting. These women bear witness to these fights. A lot of people have bear witness to our fights. However, we were living in this house. I apologize, you guys.
4 bitches in one house, 4 periods, 4 emotions. 4 groups of emotions. Like, this is just a lot.
What I want to do a straight run through. However, y'all have to bear with me. I have not gone through these details in a very long time, and I have gotten over this stuff. However, it is very traumatic. However, we were fighting. We were fighting our asses off. Pardon my language.
Fighting our asses off.
Within a month. Between the fighting, between the sexual activity, the talks of YouTube started. Honestly,
so let's put our toxic asses on YouTube.
I'm going to digress a little bit, and I'm so sorry, but I want to explain. I want to specify the first fight. I do. So, Give me a moment. The first fight, what happened was, Tay was asleep on her bed, and she's going to tell a totally different story, but it is what it is at this point, I guess, is who say whatever. She was laying on her bed asleep, and I was laying at the foot of her bed. At this time, I did not have a phone. I was using my iPad. You guys, this is very traumatic for me.
Okay.
I have never gotten onto this internet and start crying. I have never gotten onto any of my platforms.
It's coming. I hear the...
and just start crying. I'm a reactionary person, and I want y'all to know right now, if y'all ever see some tears from me, just real. Pay them no mind.
Is that what you saying? Oh, okay.
I was sitting at the edge of that girl bed, and she was asleep. And she was sleep. I could tell she was in REM. However, I was depressed. Right. I've been depressed a very long time about my situation with my daughter. And it is my right not to go down all of that with y'all. Right. However, I was at the edge of her bed, and I was on my iPad, and I was crying on the phone with my best friend at the time. I lost my best friend because of a situation with Tay. However, the one I'm speaking about. However, and a decision I made as well. But... let me not digress. I'm sitting at the edge of that bed on the phone with my best friend at the time, crying to her, telling her how much I miss my daughter, and how much I need to do this, and how much I need to do that, how much I miss her. And she starts turning, and when I say she, I mean Tay. And she's huffing a little bit and puffing. Mind you, she's still relatively new to me, so I'm thinking, okay, she's just tossing and turning. She proceeds to get up, tosses the cover off of her, and storms out the room. So I'm like, mind you, I'm mid-cries. I'm deep in my cries. It was late at night. I couldn't sleep. I was thinking about my daughter. I didn't want to wake her up, so I called my best friend. I went to the edge of the bed, and I called my best friend. I wasn't going to leave out the house. Why? Because her ex is down this way. Her other ex is down this way. No, I'm going to stay in this room to which I'm allotted, the space to which I'm allotted. So I sat at the edge of the bed. And she got up, tossed the covers off, and stormed out the room. So I saw that. I clearly knew she was bothered by something. But I didn't think that it was going to be that big of a deal. I was thinking, honestly, maybe I am so sorry, y'all. I was thinking maybe something else. Maybe the girl had a nightmare. Or maybe she was going to come in there and tell me to lower my voice a little bit. Because you guys, I wasn't crying or nothing like that. But I was crying. I was making noise and she was asleep. So those are the things that went through my head that could have possibly happened next. That's not what happened next. This Tay proceeds
this bitch
to walk back into her room, nonetheless, this is her room, back into the room, storms up to me, snatches my iPad out of my hand and asks me, who am I talking to? Now, you guys, a reminder, I don't know this girl yet just too well.
And that's the issue, y'all. I hope that you guys can take a lesson. Stop fucking being U-Haul lesbians, all right, ladies out there? We have to stop. We have to have some logic sometimes. You feel me? Somebody has to be the logical one in the situation to say, look, we like each other, cool, but there's a process, all right? There's a process. Just because we bump coochies a few times don't mean we should be moving in, ho. This could be the worst decision of our lives.
Also, maybe some new information or maybe a reminder. I am not, how do I say this without sounding? Listen, everyone's from a different place.
Say what it is.
Everyone was raised differently. I was raised a certain way. And unfortunately, that was an act of aggression to me.
Yeah.
No, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That was an act of aggression to me. This girl comes in, rushes up to me, snatches my iPad out my hand before...
I would have been looking crazy as hell. Like, bitch, are you dumb? Like, but I wouldn't be in that situation. So,
But she can act... I wouldn't have mind the who are you talking to question. But where she triggered me, because yet again, that's not the way I was raised. You do not run up on me like that, number one. And then number two,
Facts.
You will not take something that is mine out of my hand in a forceful manner. That's just not what's going to happen. That will always put me on the alert. That will always put me into a... I will go. You should have asked me first. I don't mind answering questions, but what you won't do is aggress me first. Because I will finish it.
Oh.
And that is that. She snatched it from out of... You should have asked me first. I don't mind answering questions, but what you won't do is aggress me first. Because I will finish it. And that is that. She snatched it from out of my hand and asked me who I was talking to. I hopped up. I began to explain to her because she was new to me. I began to explain to her, like, listen, I'm crying about my daughter. Like, I'm crying about my daughter to my best friend. This girl proceeds to hang up my phone on my best friend, tosses it to the side. I run up on her.
Uh-oh.
Because I'm trying to stop her from tossing the only daggone form of communication I have with my child, the only form of communication I have with anything. With my friends, my lifeline, she was about to toss.
It's getting intense, yo.
It. So I run up on her to get her to not toss my stuff, and the tussle begins, and then the swings begins, and then the fight commences.
Oh, shit.
And it will all...
Royal Rumble in that bitch.
Always happen like that if you ever... And I'm so sorry this is not... me trying to be aggressive. Oh, I'm not saying nothing of the sort. All I'm saying to you is that just doesn't... It's not going to go down like that with me.
Nah, I feel you on that. On that situation, I feel you on that, right?
Ever.
Hey.
Sorry, you guys. I got a little excited there.
Yeah, you did. I was into it, too.
Just recanting this stuff.
I was into it, too.
It physically has a physical effect on me. It has a mental effect on me.
As we can see, man, this relationship just shouldn't have happened. It happened way too quick. They didn't know each other. Right? And they both were needing something. And they both thought that having that person would fill that void, but no. You know what I'm saying? It just made the situation way worse, because still at a core they didn't love themselves, right? And they were wanting somebody to try to fill that love by them getting that love from that other person, if that makes sense. But that became control, possession, all of this stuff, right? You know, so like I said, man, first and foremost, you got to love yourself, right? And then come into a relationship with somebody who loves themselves. That way you guys can, you know, love on each other with a full cup and not a half cup or a nothing in your fucking cup. You got a drop of piss in your cup and you trying to, how can you pour into somebody, right? So it's both two people with empty cups, right? Cups is dry as fuck, have nothing to pour into each other. So they start manipulating each other. fucking being toxic towards each other and all of this, right?
And it has
That's what it
emotional
sounded like to
effect on
me.
me. And I'm sorry that, once again, I'm sorry that y'all even have to hear all of this. But I needed y'all to understand what the first fight was,
Okay.
how the first fight started.
Okay.
Because I was just about to go on all willy-nilly like, oh, no, I don't need to say all that. No, I do need to say all that. I'm not about to do that. So that's the details of the first fight. So we were talking about pretty much talks of YouTube. It's been us doing nothing but being intertwined with each other. Literally being intertwined with each other, still fighting. Talks of YouTube come. The first video is dropped January 2017.
Damn,
16.
that far
It's
back?
dropped in January. Do the research.
Damn.
Please look it up. The entire time, you guys,
It's been a
we're
minute.
pumping out this content to y'all. Mind you, still fighting, still being mentally controlled, still being mentally abused, still fighting on top of that, still trying to also live in these conditions. And also, I didn't get there yet. I guess that's the next part.
Mm-hmm.
Still doing YouTube. Mind you, we're making money off of YouTube at this point. And mind you, in my head, this is a weed thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're making money off of YouTube.
Uh-huh.
You guys, behind the scenes, I am not being paid. I can't do anything by myself. I have nothing. I have absolutely nothing. Now, granted, whenever she would eat, she would get me food, yes. Whenever she would do this, she would do this with me. You guys, however, it must be a lot of children who think that would suffice a grown person. I need my own money, especially if
but that's the thing, man. You set those rules. Like, you can't ever allow somebody to feel like they can control all of this, you know? Because at any moment, you could have said, fuck this channel. You do this shit by yourself then, and then I'm going to go get my own channel and do this by myself. So I don't understand why that didn't happen. Why did you allow her to control all of that shit for so long? Like, it couldn't be me.
if I'm working
Couldn't
for
be
it.
me.
You guys, while we were pumping out those YouTube videos to you, we lived in 5 different places. All the while, we're moving around to these 5 different places. These places weren't just places, you guys. The first 3 places that we moved into, they were her exes.
What?
The first place that we spent the first beginning time of our relationship, I moved in with her ex
What?
and another ex. Pretty much 2 of her exes. Well, one of them, she just had, whatever you want to call them, 2 ladies that she dealt with. Did not know that initially, but once I found out, obviously,
What the
I was
fuck?
in the fray, and I was rolling with the punches with her. Second place, lived with her for real ex. You guys have heard her talk about this young lady before. This was over a decade ex. And once again, this ex didn't know who I was. She was lied to about who I was, and pretty much Tay had us living in this ex's mother's apartment without her knowing who I was. We did eventually meet. We had to. There was no hiding us. We were living in her mother's apartment, and Tay was trying to hide that for a while. And all the while, like I already told y'all, I was on my P's and Q's every day. I knew I was in a place that someone knew I wasn't. They didn't know who I was, so I was ready every day for anything to pop off.
Who wants to live like this, man? And that's why I keep saying, when you don't love yourself, you get into predicaments like this. And nothing good could come out of the situation, man.
You guys,
Nothing
I'm in
good.
the middle of Brooklyn while all of this is going on. No. So with that being said, me and the ex, we finally met. And guys, you know what? All of these exes, I don't know what they have to say to me today. I honestly, with everything going on at this point, anything related to her, I really don't care. However, I formed really close friendships with all of her exes. I formed very close friendships with everyone in her family. I cannot say the same for her and for my friends or any of my family. But anyway, 3 places. First 3 places. 2 people she dealt with, an ex and a person she dealt with. Second person, her for real ex. Third place, we just lived with her mother and her ex. So this was...
Why are we just hopping? Like, why can't we get our own shit? Don't y'all have y'all YouTube going on at this time? Like, what's going on? Why are we fucking house hopping and shit?
All the exes. You guys, I have no issue with any of this. I absolutely adored these women. These were really wonderful, beautiful women. I adored them all, and they all helped me in ways through dealing with Tay. And I'm not going to put any of that out there. However, all of them helped me, and thank you so much to all of y'all. And I wish I would have taken in more information. However, you guys, all of this time we are working. These last 2 places that we lived together, it was just me and Tay. Seeing as though it was just me and Tay, I would expect that, our relationship
We'll get
would have
better.
gotten a little bit better.
No, no. The relationship was built off of roots that were not, you know what I'm saying, healthy. What y'all planted into the soil, the seeds that y'all sowed were unhealthy. They were fucking toxic. So, what's the saying? Wherever you are, wherever you go, there you are. I don't care if y'all would have went to the most expensive version of paradise in the world. Y'all would still be at odds, right? Because it doesn't matter where you are. There y'all are. Y'all are the same fucking people that still needed to work on yourselves and heal, right? Find yourselves, love yourselves. So it doesn't matter where on the world that you went. Y'all were still going to be at odds. Y'all were still going to be at war, right? It was still going to be a fucking battlefield.
Or a little bit anything. No, the relationship didn't change. Our fighting didn't change. Nothing changed. If anything, it got worse. You guys, I never had a key to any residence that I resided in with her. And by the time we lived at these last two residences, we were making a lot of money from THEDIAMONDLIFE.
No key to my shit is crazy, my nigga. What? Well, like I said, once again, why did you stand for this? Why did you stand for this? Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me.
I completely understand not having a key to these three because, let's be honest, in this house, we weren't making much THEDIAMONDLIFE money. In this house, we weren't making much THEDIAMONDLIFE money. I was not a woman expecting her to give me all her money because Tay didn't quit her job off the break. She was supporting us. She was buying. The only thing I needed was food because, you guys, I'm not a complicated woman. So she was going to work and she was feeding me every day and she housed me. However, that's what everything was set up to do. My apologies, you guys. I meant set up to be. That was the way it was set up to be. She had me quit my job. She would not want me to get a job. She wanted me to stay in the house to cook, to clean.
Be a housewife, right?
According to her, I didn't do that too well. Ooh. However, yeah, that's what I meant.
I don't know, because you had that broom pretty close to you. So, you know what I'm saying? You was sweeping something around that motherfucker, you know?
That's the way it was set up to be. In the beginning, I would never expect anyone to just give me all their money. No, I'm meaning give me my money once we started making the THEDIAMONDLIFE money, not when she was working her job. So with that being said, I thought things were going to change. I thought our relationship was going to get better. I thought the fighting was going to stop. I thought her temper was going to subside. I thought the controlling behavior was going to change. I thought all of that was going to change, but none of it changed. And you guys, the entire time, I never had a key to any of these residences. Now, obviously, I did not expect a key to these first three. Right. No. And let's also be transparent. These first one, we weren't really making THEDIAMONDLIFE money just yet. The second one, we weren't really making THEDIAMONDLIFE money just yet. We were starting to make THEDIAMONDLIFE money when we lived in the last house with her ex and her ex's mother. However, I didn't need a key to that stuff. I know my place. I know how to play my role. I would not open my mouth and say, oh, I need a key here too. No, I went to that room and that room was my spot. That's what I did, okay? But those last two places, I just knew I
don't know how niggas could live like this, man. Depending on another motherfucker is crazy.
Had a key.
Alright, I think it cut out right here, and maybe we need to go to, we gotta go to part 2.
You guys, I was with her for 6 years. I never had anything, not one key. And you guys, we were making thousands and thousands of dollars together. She gave me none of it. She gave me not one key to not one apartment. Every time we had a argument, you guys, our fight usually result, honestly, 9 times out of 10, because she took my phone. Because she would take my phone. She would say because she paid for it, she's taking it. Now, you guys, I never understood it.
Sound like daddy daycare over there.
Never understood it. You say you're the head of this household. You say you're daddy, and I need to refer to
what I tell y'all, daddy daycare. What the fuck?
Never understood it. You say you're the head of this household. You say you're daddy, and I need to refer to you as such. However, you don't act like one. You act like a child. Every time we get into a regular argument, every time we get into a regular relationship argument, my phone was taken. You guys, everyone was used to not hearing
That's daddy, all right.
From me for months. And no, she would not take my phone for months, but what she would do is she would take my phone And then what will happen is it'll take days and days and days for me to get that phone back. And then once I finally get the phone back, then I have to work. Then I'm so emotionally distressed because I haven't spoken to nobody in 5 days, and I have to return all 5 text messages from all these people who check up on me every day. But no, my phone has been gone for 5 days, so I have to lie about this and lie about that. You guys, the thing was the phone. She took it every single time. I used to hide it. I used to do everything.
Well, you should have saw that coming. How she snatched your iPad. You didn't even have a phone at that time. She snatched the fucking iPad, bruh. You know, so of course it's going to be a trend. That's what I'm saying. You can't expect people to change, especially when you stay in a toxic situation, right? Why the fuck would anybody get up and make a change if you're allowing the bullshit, if you're staying? Why the fuck am I going to change? For what? I don't have to. So, like, that's the thing, man. Like, you have to love yourself enough to walk the fuck away, period.
Everything, because as soon as we started arguing, the moment I felt our argument was about to start, you guys, I would start to slowly tuck my phone somewhere. I will hide it in the refrigerator. I done hid my phone I've literally hid my
bitch in the toaster and shit.
Phone in kitty litter. I remember it. I hid it in kitty litter because I knew once we get down, she's going to look for my phone.
And there's no reason why you should be in this situation. If I gotta go hide my phone in fucking cat litter, bruh, there's no fucking way, my nigga. There's no way. I'm leaving. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna make my YouTube videos, right? And I'm gonna come up by myself. Because this bitch is nuts. All right? That's what I'm thinking in my head. So, I don't know. But like I said, man, if you do not walk away, this is going to be the result. And it's very clear that on both sides, right? On both sides, there was toxic shit going on both sides, both ends. So, I don't know, man. It's crazy.
I knew she was going to look in that kitty litter, John. But y'all, she found it.
Damn.
She found it.
What the fuck?
She literally found it in the kitty litter. Anyway, that's neither here or there. I never had a key anywhere, you guys. I was paying rent.
Wait, how were you paying rent if you never got the... If you were never given any money from the THEDIAMONDLIFE channel, how were you paying rent? Was she paying your portion for you? Here we go again, y'all.
Let her tell it. I never paid rent. You guys, my receipts will also show her mentality of how my position in this in that relationship, in this relationship to YouTube. I was not a partner. I was an employee and an unpaid one at that. I never had anything during our entire time of THEDIAMONDLIFE.
Girl, what was you doing in your editing, girl? Like, just run the video. Like, what happened?
Dramatic to sit up here and tell you guys that, but I'm sorry. I don't know if that messed up the video, but I was receiving a call. I'm recording this on my phone, you guys. It's very traumatic to tell you guys all the ins and outs of everything that I went through in this situation, because at the end of the day, I stayed. There was fighting continuously. You guys, I never want y'all to think whenever we had a happy moment, we did not fight. We fought continuously. And when I say fight, I'm not meaning, yeah. It started always as a yeah. And then someone would take my phone, or someone would Tay would take my phone or rip off my wig or aggress me in some type of way. And
not rip off the wig. Now that's some shit right there. That's some funny ass shit, I ain't gonna lie. We get into it and I rip your wig off. Ha bitch. Like,
I told you guys every time. I'm going to show up.
Oh, that's funny as hell,
and
bro.
Very well show.
Tay, you know you're wrong for that.
Show out. So, I want to make something clear also,
you know
as we move on with
that, my
this,
nigga.
because we still have a lot. You guys have a lot to see. I wanted to just first give you
I'm ready to get to the receipts, man, honestly,
feel
bro.
of where I was mentally.
Fuck.
Where I had to be physically.
What we got going, man?
In the hellhole that I lived in for 6 years.
Okay, here
you
we
guys
go.
didn't live it, and unless you've experienced something similar, me even. And I never thought I would be a woman like that, but you start to believe it. I used to be on the phone with my best friend and my mom and my sister, like, am I beating her ass? Am I the problem? And you guys, I refuse. I refuse to take that title as an abuser. I will take the title as a fighter. I will take the as a reactor. I will take all of that. However, no, this woman has been a gambler. Before I met her, she came to me with these gambling habits. While we were together, she gambled away all of our Tay and Lou money.
I'm like fucking weak at this editing, bruh. Like, Lou, we gotta step it up. You know what I'm saying? We gotta step it up if we gonna do this YouTube shit.
And I would say our, because we made that money. We make that money, but let her tell it. I made none of that money with her. And you guys will see in that receipts that I made none of that money with her. I never saw any of it, so she had all control of it. Her being in these holes is because she was gambling away the money, and she's been doing it for years, and I've had no control over it. I was too afraid to step up to her and say don't, and when I would, it will turn into a fight. I cannot tell that woman nothing. That woman is not afraid of me in any way, and my receipts also would show that. I loved her, but I should have loved her enough to leave her when I saw that we weren't going to mix well, because apparently she wanted someone to just sit down and be quiet and let them do anything. So now what I'm going to do is say it is receipt time.
All right.
I am going to now be addressing the current videos, even though I've already told y'all. First of all, I need to make this very clear. The drinking. I drink. I enjoy drinking. I drink. However, everything she's shown y'all on those videos, those are partial truths. Completely partial truths. Manipulated, but partial. Because I tell you guys right now, every bottle that was in that house she bought. I had no money for bottles. I had no funds. So, whatever bottle she bought in that house, she would regulate my drinking. Even though I would look at it as cute in the beginning, towards the end it was freaking mind-boggling, because she can pick and choose whenever she wants to drink, but I can't pick and choose whenever I wanted to drink. And I asked her about it. Oh, well, when you do it, we end up fighting. When she'd do it, we'd end up fighting. We'd end up fighting whether we were drinking or not. However, my levels of drunkenness all depended on the bottle to which that was brought in that house by Tay, and we drank that together. I was never allowed, you guys, to go to the liquor store by myself and choose a bottle by myself and bring it back to that house. I was not allowed to. She controlled it all. And if you guys look at our TikTok streams in the beginning, you would see she would always pour the shots. She would control it all. And what she would say is, oh, you can't control yourself. You can't do that. You can't do that. And she shows you guys these things.
So my thing is, didn't Tay say that they agreed to make it an alcohol-free household, right? But she would find alcohol around the house. Are you going to address that? That's my thing, right?
I can control myself very well. I'm actually quite fun at times. However, if you're drinking with me, Tay, and we're both drinking the same amount of liquor, because you are giving this to us. You guys, I'm a different stature than this woman. Liquor affects everyone differently.
Yeah.
So, if I'm slurring and she isn't slurring, that does not mean she was not drinking no less or no more. We both drank together as a couple. That's what we did. It was a part of the aesthetic of our relationship.
Part of toxicity, which was the root of your relationship.
We drank. So, her just saying, oh, I was a drunk. I was a drunk. I guess we were drunks, because she drank right along with me, and the only time she got upset is whenever I fight her back, and then all of a sudden, oh, you drink too much. Well, you were drinking with me. If my drinking was such an issue, why would she keep on drinking with me on every stream? If she was so afraid that I would turn into this monster as soon as I started drinking, because that's what she told me as to why I wasn't allowed to get my own liquor, because I didn't want nobody pouring every shot for me, because I know I won't get crazy as long as you don't pop crazy. No, you can't do that. It was all up to her, you guys. She controlled the alcohol. And also, I heard that she said that she would find that I was hiding bottles in places.
I'm so glad you're addressing this, because let's hear it.
And she was not lying about that either.
Okay.
Yes, the little bit, y'all used to scrape together quarters and stuff like that. Why? Because she would just be walking around the house, enjoying herself, you guys. I was depressed in that room by myself. I wanted to drink. I was fighting every other day. I was miserable. I was missing my daughter. And mind you, even when we came here, the same thing was happening. Yes, I would sneak off to the liquor store. I would buy a little nip and I would tuck it away, hoping that she would not find it. The same way I would tuck away my phone, hoping that she would not find it. So yes, she is correct with me hiding it, because I did not want her to see it and then say, oh, and then we start fighting again. Everything was a fight. So no, I wanted to be able to drink by myself in peace in order to do it. Hold on one second. My daughter's knocking on my door. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you what my receipts are going to show you. These receipts can show you something totally different, but I want to tell you what it's going to give, and then I will be uploading the receipts. I will be pausing it, like I said, so you guys can screenshot it, read it yourself, and then I will be explaining what it is that you guys saw. The first receipt will show that I was not begging her in any type of way. I did not beg her to do any type of YouTube videos in any manner. I did not beg for her presence, her friendship, or anything. The receipt will definitely be showing you that. And let me add, the reason why this receipt is showing that is because apparently she's saying that I begged her to do these YouTube videos. I forced her to do the breakup videos. The receipts will be showing that was not the case at all.
All right, guys. I'm going to do a part 2 of this video. I don't know which channel I'm going to put each video on, guys, but if you're seeing this on this channel, go to my other channel, all right? Diamond Life 2.0. Go to the other channel to see the next video, all right? Make sure that you guys like, comment, subscribe, all of that. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Tell the Angel Mama to tell the Uncle Joey still a hole. See you guys in the next motherfucking video. I love y'all, man. Peace. We out, baby.